At Rocky Point Lighthouse Weekend VBS, things got off to a bright start with music and more by the shore.
Everyone was there, preschoolers and elementary kids. The music was awesome.
We also saw a skit about Lightman. He's so funny. I think he'll figure out what it means to shine God's light. Eventually. Shine God's light!
If you're a crew leader, you'll head up a group of about 5 kids.
During Music and More by the Shore, jump in and participate. Sing out loud, do the song motions.
And don't be afraid to laugh at Lightman's jokes. The more kids see you getting involved, the more they'll get involved too.
Hey, interacting with the kids, I mean, that's really my favorite part, just to be able to see how happy the kids are.
Our crew looked at the schedule to see which station we'd go to first. Looks like it's Bright Bible Adventures for us. Yes! These Bible adventures were really awesome because we got to actually do stuff.
The leader made us think about Bible stories in a totally different way.
First, we learned how Jesus healed a blind man. I never knew that Jesus made mud with spit and dirt. Gross! But cool.
We got to feel what it might be like to be blind, and even got gooey stuff like mud put on us.
Then we felt how great it is to see the light.
1, 2, 3! Wow! Just like the blind man, you guys can finally see.
The next time we came to Bright Bible Adventures, we talked about how Jesus died on a cross.
Did you know that Jesus took our sins with him on that cross? Wow! Shine God's light!
We put sad faces on a cross and thought about how awesome it is that Jesus loved us so much that he died so nothing can keep us from being with God forever.
The best part is that Jesus came back to life. When we tell people about Jesus' love and power, we're shining God's light.
Shine God's light!
Station leaders, you'll love watching these Bible stories really connect with kids in powerful ways.
Remember to follow the instructions in your manual. The people at group tested them with real kids in a real church.
So you can trust that this stuff really works.
Projects with a Purpose was totally a surprise to me. I kind of thought we'd just do crafts or something, but instead, we made stuff to give away to help people. Talk about shining God's light.
We made a soup mix to give to our local food bank. I like to eat, so I know they'll like having this stuff.
For the Projects with a Purpose leader, your most difficult job might be choosing which project to do. There are ideas to serve your church family, your community,
and ideas that will reach across the globe.
Project with a Purpose was my favorite station because you're helping people.
This is also a great place to call on kids' crew roles. When kids come to Rocky Point Lighthouse, they choose a special job within their crew.
So, when you need someone to get supplies, just say, "Materials managers, come up and get the supplies for today's project." That'll make it easy, and kids love having special jobs each day.
When it was time for games, we always knew it'd be a blast.
But who knew you could actually learn something while having that much fun?
These were totally different games, but a lot of fun.
Leaders, you'll find that it is important to get the crew leaders on board. Every so often call out, "Crew leaders, help me out," or "Crew leaders, listen up." That makes your job a lot easier.
Even though crew leaders don't have to prepare anything for VBS, they do need to listen and pay attention. Sometimes station leaders will ask you to do certain things, so be listening.
Another surprise was Spotlight VBS. During VBS, a photographer would sometimes stop a few of us and take our pictures. Sometimes we got in really goofy poses that didn't really make a ton of sense at the time. But the photographer put it all together into this cool slideshow we all got to see at the Sunday celebration. It's a fun way to hear the Bible stories again, and we were the stars.
Hey, wait, don't forget the preschoolers. We had fun doing stuff just for littler kids. We had a Bible adventure, games, and crafts. We even got to do projects to help people, just like the big kids.
Preschoolers definitely keep you on your toes. But remember to keep using that simple, memorable Bible point in every activity.
Shine God's light!
You'll be amazed at how even little ones can shine God's light in everyday life.
We all headed to Lighthouse Landing for a big closing time. Each day was a little different, so we never quite knew what to expect. But it all pointed to Jesus and reminded us to shine God's light. Wait a minute, VBS isn't over. We still had a Sunday celebration.
The Sunday after VBS, we had a special 1-hour celebration of all the things we've learned and done at Rocky Point Lighthouse.
The whole church was there, and they got to explore what it meant to shine God's light. It was awesome.
Shine God's light!
Rocky Point Lighthouse was a blast. You won't want to miss a second. Trust us.